At this time, I would like to invite our keynote speaker, Rahul Shukla. Rahul Shukla is the CEO of SSY Technologies and Shukla Medical. He is a successful industrialist, a noted Gujarati writer, and an excellent public speaker. Today, SSY is considered a world leader in flexible shaft technologies. His Shukla Medical is a world leader in the extraction tools for orthopedic implants. Rahul is also an accomplished writer and authored 3 books and many short stories. He is a superb orator, has received numerous awards such as Mahatma Gandhi Pravasi Sanman Award, Pride of India Award, and Special NRI Award. Rahul and Meena, where is Meena? Oh, right here, are married for 43 years. So, without further ado, please help me welcome Rahul Shukla.
Dr. Abraham, Dr. Tushar Patel, Honorable Shatrugna Sinha, Padma Shri H.R. Shah, Hitesh Bhatt, Rambhai Gadvi, many renowned doctors, and all of you distinguished members of our community, it is a great pleasure and a profound privilege to talk to you. As I get old, Rambhai, my stories are all used up, but we are friends, so sabandh ke naate, even if you have heard these jokes, laugh at them anyway. Okay, if you are in doubt, just look at the next guy. If they are laughing, you should laugh. Nothing is more important than our health. We all say that. But not all of us take good care of ourselves. We are much nicer to others than to ourselves. But before I get into the heart of today's subject, let me give a brief introduction about me. I run 2 old-fashioned manufacturing companies in the USA, one in UK and one in India. My factories have punch presses, winding machine, wire EDM machines, lathe, CNC. Would you believe we did all this in New Jersey until last year? Everyone used to ask me, why do you live in New Jersey? And I used to tell them, well, someone has to live in New Jersey, and I'm just doing my part, you are welcome. But last year, I moved my companies to sunny Florida. The temperature in Tampa today is 88 degrees. Nice. And the state income tax every day is 0%. Just to rub it in, guys, you pay 8.9% state income tax. SSY is one of the oldest manufacturing companies in the USA. We were founded in 1844. We make a part for aeroplane that is used in 95% of all the aeroplanes, commercial, fighter jets. My other company, Shukla Medical, makes extraction tools for orthopedic implants. In 1973, I was flat broke. I quit my PhD at Rutgers University and took a factory job at SSY making $2.48 per hour. By 1988, I was running engineering, but the company wasn't doing all that well. The parent corporation decided to put my division for sale. I went home and told my wife, Meena, I said, they are selling the company for only $6 million. Meena said, we have 6,000. I said, we are almost there. She said, how do you see that? I said, well, number 6 is right. I said, you are worried about stupid zeros? So while others were laughing at me, I went bank after bank after bank. Everybody said, hey, nobody is going to give a working man $6 million. But I had done an honest business plan. And what do you know? One bank in 1988 gave me $6 million. And thus, a factory worker became the president of a legendary company. This, ladies and gentlemen, can happen only in America. When people hear my story, they often say, Indians, you guys are born with business skills. Let me tell you a story about that. In a school in New Jersey, Edison, as a matter of fact, a second grade teacher once asked her students, boys and girls, tell me who was the greatest man ever born on the face of the earth. If you give me the right answer, the teacher said, I will give you a prize of $10. So Liam, an Irish kid, said, teacher, that would be St. Patrick. No, the teacher shook her head. He says, that's not the right answer, Liam. No prize for you. So then Joshua, a Jewish kid, raised his hand. He says, teacher, the greatest man ever born would be Prophet David. No, the teacher said, that is not the right answer. And no prize for you, Joshua, either. Then our little Sanjay raised his hand. Who is the greatest man ever born? The teacher asked. The little Sanjay said, that would be Jesus Christ. Wow, that is the right answer. The teacher said, come on over, Sanjay, and claim your prize. As little Sanjay went collecting his $10 prize, the teacher said, Sanjay, I am surprised. You are a Hindu boy, yet you knew that Jesus Christ was the greatest man ever. As he took $10 bill from teacher's hand, little Sanjay said, teacher, in my heart, I know it was Lord Krishna, but business is business. Well, business does not come naturally to me. I'm an engineer. I write fiction, I write mushy love stories. I'm a lifelong student of science. I love to give speeches. My wife Meena says that if I have fever, she says, just put microphone in his hands, he will feel better. A health consciousness is my favorite subject. I live my life by several rules. I call them Shukla rules. Meena has more colorful names for my rules. One of my rules is, when things go wrong, I blame myself. So if I'm driving to TV Asia this morning for this health summit, and there is terrible accident and a traffic jam on 287, and I'm late and I miss my slot, I don't blame the traffic, I blame me. I say, how come I did not leave early? If I'm flying to Chicago to make an important presentation to a customer, I put my laptop in my suitcase so that at security I don't have to take it out from my hand baggage. The airline takes me to Chicago but sends my suitcase to Detroit. And I fail to do the presentation. I do not blame the airline. I blame me. I say, why did I not keep the laptop in the carry-on handbag? You see, I can blame the airline, the traffic, my wife, my parents, my boss. I can blame God. And it may be satisfying in short term. But then I cannot learn anything from that experience. Because in my mind, it wasn't my fault. But if I blame myself, I can put myself in charge. I can make some corrective actions so that it does not happen again. I suggest we do the same thing when it comes to our health issues. If things go wrong, blame yourself. Take charge of your health. 3 years ago, I was in our India plant and I asked our employees, how many people knew if Aishwarya Rai, her child was a boy or a girl? How about you guys? Boy or a girl? Aishwarya Rai. Well, all 400 employees knew that it was a girl. They knew her name, Aradhya. My next question to them was, do you know the name of Indian cricket player who hit 6 sixers in 6 balls?
Yes.
Yuvraj Singh. Then I asked them, how many of you know what is the safe level of LDL cholesterol? Not many people raised their hand. As learned doctors here know, total cholesterol should be less than 200, LDL should be less than 130, and HDL should be more than 40 milligram per deciliter. I said to our employees, I said, this is strange. I said, you store in your brain whether Aishwarya Rai has had a boy or a girl, or who hit 6 sixers. Totally useless information to you and your family. But you do not store information that can prevent a heart attack and save your life. I myself had a heart attack in 2003. My cholesterol was near normal. My weight was okay. No history of heart problems in my family, yet, God damn it, I had a heart attack. I was ticked off at God, then at my doctor. How come he did not warn me about this? Then at my wife. There was no logic for that. But we all know that when we blame our spouse, we do not need to be logical.
It goes both ways.
But then I wised up. I said, I am in charge of my health. I read many books on heart health. I read textbooks on how to do angiography. What the heck? And I asked a million questions to my cardiologist and my doctor friends. I found out many facts. Do you know that the only symptom 47% of us will ever get about heart problem is a death by heart attack? That sucks, doesn't it? Did you know that in 1 out of 3 men would develop heart disease during their life? 1 out of 3 men. So look at the man sitting to your left and man sitting to your right. If both of them look slim and fit, then you are it. After the heart attack, I started doing daily 30 minutes on treadmill. I made my diet even healthier. I ate and I do eat a lot of vegetables, a lot of fruits, no ghee. You know why? Because I did not blame God for my heart attack. I blamed me. And if I blame me, I can try to make things better. My friend said, Rahul, you cannot fix every health problem by working hard at it. I said, listen, I know that. But this way, if another heart attack came tomorrow and I die, Meena would not be angry by saying that if he loved me, he would have taken good care of him. So my friend laughed. He said, even after death, you are afraid of your wife? Which reminds me of a story in military. The sergeant told 100 soldiers during the morning drill. He said, guys, if you are afraid of your wife, take 1 step forward. If you are not afraid of your wife, then stay where you are. 99 soldiers moved 1 step forward. Only 1 guy stayed back. The sergeant said to that lone man, how come you are not afraid? The soldier said, that is not the case, sir. But I do not take any steps without my wife's permission. Just a joke. Back to health issues. On diabetes, did you know that Indians have less BMI than general population, yet higher rate of diabetes. 85 million people in India have diabetes. Why so many? No answer. God does things in a peculiar way. He made all of us mathematically smarter than general population. But He screwed us with this diabetes thing. The last thing I want to talk about is smoking. The 5-year survival rate for lung cancer is less than 5%. What are the odds of getting lung cancer? If you are a smoker, it is 1 in 300. Some of our workers in USA thought that was not such a bad odds. So I asked them this. I said, we are inviting people for a totally free trip to Paris. You will fly by first class, stay in a 5-star hotel. All other expenses on us. There is one minor catch. Prior to returning to USA, we will select one person out of 300 at random and chop off your right arm. But hey, it might not be you. It is only 1 out of 300. Just one person out of 300. Would you sign up for such a trip? No. Yet seemingly intelligent people consume tobacco because they think odds are not all that bad. In our USA plant, we do not hire a new employee who is a smoker. That is legal in 20 states, not in New York and New Jersey. But in 19 other states, including Florida, you can fire an employee even if he smokes only at home. When I give such talk on health issues, many people decide that they will make some changes. Speaking about changes, let me ask you this. 5 frogs are sitting on a big rock in a pond. 4 decide to jump into the pond. How many frogs are left on the rock?
No.
All 5. You know why? Because there is a big difference between deciding and doing. The second story is about my friend, great humorist in state of Gujarat, Shahabuddin Rathod. Someone asked him, he says, Saheb, I am thinking about going to America. How much does it cost? Rathod said, not a penny. He said, thinking is free. Expenses will occur when you actually go. So making a goal itself is not enough. Let me state 3 things and you tell me which ones are goal and which ones are fantasies. 1. I want to increase my sale by 10%. 2. I want to lose 10 pounds of weight. And 3. I want to give a hug to Madhuri Dixit. Which ones are goals and which ones are fantasies? You say last one is fantasy, right? All 3 are fantasies. You know why? Because a goal has a deadline. You see, if I say I want to lose 10 pounds by January 15, 2020, then it is a goal. If I say I want to give a hug to Madhuri Dixit by end of 2020, then it is a goal. Otherwise, just as a hug from Madhuri Dixit is not going to happen, losing 10 pounds is not going to happen. So I end my speech by hoping that you take charge of your health. Always blame yourself first. Come up with a worthwhile goal about your health and make sure you set deadline so that they turn from fantasies to goal. Thank you very much.